Hello everyone, good morning, Life Made Simple. This is Colleen Suchecki here. I am an intuitive healer and I help women break free from past trauma so that they can live their life authentically, show up, be seen, change the trajectory of their life, and just live their life with passion. I'm so excited to be here again with you today. And I am so grateful for Emily for inviting me to do this here on the Healing Sunday. So here's how it works. We're basically going to be talking about how anxiety and past trauma can hold you back in your life. And what I'm inviting people to do is to come on live with me so I can do some channeling, some coaching, have some interaction, and I feel like it will not only be very helpful and beneficial for you, but it's going to serve the group. So I'm just waiting for here. I know sometimes it takes a few minutes for people to come on live, and I'm just so excited. So if you are coming on live, all you need to do is just say you'd like to have some coaching, and what I'll do is I'll bring you on camera. Alrighty, so we're just waiting for a few people to come on here. Okay, so as I'm waiting for people to come on, what I want to do is I want to share a little story with you. I want to share a story around my own personal journey. Oh, hey, Steph. Hello. How are you? So I want to share a quick story here while I'm waiting for some people to come on live. I know this was a little bit of a last minute thing. And so my story is all around, I woke up on Friday with debilitating SI joint pain. So your SI joint is you have your lower back, and then there's like that triangle shaped bone right underneath your lower back. Well, I had this crippling lower back SI joint pain where I could barely walk. I couldn't put on my jeans, my shoes. It was really, really intense. And I originally, right off the bat, I knew, I was like, this is nothing physical. Oh, yay. Hi, Danielle. If you guys want to come on live and do some coaching and some channeling, let me know. Okay. And I'll bring you on. I was just sharing a quick story while I was waiting for some people to come on live. So I had this crippling SI joint pain, this lower back pain on Friday, could barely walk. People were like, oh my gosh, you need to go see someone. And I just intuitively knew. I'm like, I know I did not do something to my lower back. It was nothing actually physical. It wasn't a physical issue. So as I was sitting with the pain and breathing in the pain, and I was asking, okay, what is the message here? Because I always teach all of my clients that whenever your body is having a symptom, it's really a message. It's not, your body is not malfunction. Your body is not going against you. It's really that there is something there for you to be aware of and to heal. And as I breathed into that pain on Friday night, I just started like having this huge emotional release. And for me, it was going to this deeper level of being able to trust in life, to trust in God and know that I can go out there and I can share and I can give and I can serve, and I'm going to be 100% supported. And I've had experiences in my life where I gave a meaning that you can't trust life. So I had this huge healing experience on Friday night where I was just like releasing all of this pain and all of this story from not feeling I can trust life. Here I am today, Sunday, like less than 48 hours, not even a smidge of pain. I could do jumping jacks, I could do burpees, I could do all these things. So I'm just sharing that story with you because so often I see when you're expanding to a new level, there's going to be some type of manifestation of, it could be a past trauma coming up, it could be an old story, something's happening. And if you get caught in the pain, I didn't take any Advil. I didn't, the only thing I did was I used some CBD oil My husband adjusted me once because he's a chiropractor, but the other stuff was all energy work. So I'm just sharing that with you because I think it's really powerful to just acknowledge how this shows up when you're really growing and expanding and up leveling. There can be things that pop up. Yes, this has happened to me too. Yes, and stay with. Exactly. Isn't that beautiful? Yes, Danielle. Danielle, do you want to come on live? Would you like to do some, I can do some channeling. You can ask a question if there's any type of anxiety, or if you know of a trauma that may be holding you back in your life. I would love to bring you on, or anyone else that's on right now, on live, because I feel like it's just, not only do you benefit, but anyone who's watching will benefit this. So let me know. And I think all you have to do is you just request to come on live. So, all right, let me just see here. Danielle, let me know if you want to come on live. Let me see if I can. And this was the wonderful technology of, okay. Right now I cannot see, right now so let me know if you want to come on live. Go ahead. I know it is maybe a little bit scary and maybe a little bit uncomfortable, but it's going to be, it was so powerful on Friday when we did it. So if you would like to come on live, then definitely just request to come on the video, or I'm not sure how else to invite you on. But anyway, so back to the story is it was such a powerful experience to kind of acknowledge that was my body's way of, you know, of really letting me know that I had this other layer to release around not trusting life. And instead of running away from the pain that we've been taught to do and trained to do, it's like, oh, you have pain, you know, okay, awesome, Danielle. All right, so it's like, you know, we've been taught, oh, you have pain, make sure you go ahead and numb the pain. You've got to, you know, you've got to run away from the pain. You have to do all these things when actually pain is just a messenger. So it's really powerful when we can listen to our bodies and we can tune into what the message is for us, because there's always a message for us. All right, so if you are watching live and you would like to come on camera, if you're feeling brave today and would like to come on camera, I promise I don't bite. It was really, really fun and powerful on Friday when we were doing this, and I am here for you. I am here for you. So let me know if you want to come on live. And it's very interesting because I can see that there's some people I can bring on live and without a problem, and there's other people that I can't. So if you want to come on live, just request to come on live, and I would love to do some coaching, some channeling. I've got some angel cards here. I've got my crystals. I have some essential oil diffusing in the background. So we've got like a good mood. We've got a good energy going here. And yeah, so let's see what else. Today is also a very, very powerful day. Now, I am not an astrologer, okay? But I do know that there is some type of massive energy shift in astrologically today on 11/11. So no, and it's 11 o'clock. It's almost 11:11 right now. So there's something really powerful about this day astrologically and energetically. There's going to be huge, huge energy shifts. So if you would like to get a little bit of coaching or channeling, some angel card readings here, I would love to be able to help you. And it's 11:11 right now. So if you would like to just kind of open up and see what comes through, it would be my pleasure to be able to support you. So just let me know. And you know what I'm going to do while I'm waiting for some other people to get situated and come on, I'm just going to do kind of a general reading for the day, for the energy of the day. and let's just see what comes up. So I'm going to read from, hi, Dolly. So, Dolly, if you are, what we're doing is I'm doing some live channeling and coaching around if anxiety or unhealed past trauma is holding you back in your life. If you want to come on camera, I would love the opportunity to do some channeling or some coaching with you. All you need to do is just hit a request. I don't know what kind of device you have, but there's a way where you can request to come on live. And then I can just bring you on the screen and we can have a conversation here. So if you are feeling brave today and you would like to do that, it was really powerful. We had so much fun. I did this on Friday in here and it was so much fun. It was so powerful. So if you would like to do that, just go ahead and request that you come on, request to come on camera. But again, while I'm waiting, while I'm giving people a little bit more time, I'm just gonna pull a card for the energy of the day. And I know that basically anyone who watches this is gonna pertain to you. So I'm just gonna pull some cards from the Goddess Guidance Oracle card deck here. And let's just see what comes up. Okay, I love this. The transformation card. It says Butterfly Maiden. You're experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessing. Now, butterflies have been coming up for me so many times. It's like, it's been totally in my face. And the beautiful thing about a butterfly is that, right, like we all know, it starts as a caterpillar. And then it basically goes through the stage where it goes into this chrysalis where it totally disintegrates. It's basically like goes into nothing and then reforms and comes out a butterfly. And that's really what transformation is really all about. It's about shedding the things that no longer serve you, right? It once served the caterpillar to be a caterpillar until it didn't anymore. And then it transformed into this beautiful butterfly. So the transformation process can be really intense and also very, very powerful, because what happens is that when we're going to do something we've never done, all of our fears come up, right? Anything that has been unhealed from our past, any stories that we're carrying around about being unworthy, unlovable, about wanting to fit in, any things around like us people pleasing or wanting to control things. All of these are just behaviors that stem from past experiences where we either learned, not that we learned, but we made up a story about that experience that we were unlovable, we did not deserve good things in our life, that we are unworthy. And all of those things can go with you throughout life. So if you're just coming on now, I see more people are coming on. Oh my gosh, yay, we have our first person. Okay, first person on here, Danielle is coming on. We're adding her on live. I am so excited. Hi, Jessica. I'm doing some live channeling and coaching around women that have anxiety or unhealed past trauma that's holding them back in their life. So I'm bringing people on camera and we're just waiting. Danielle, it says she's being added as, hello.
Hi.
Okay. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm so happy to have you here.
Me too. I'm so excited.
Yes. So, what was your question? We want to I want to do any channeling, any messages, anything to really support you on anything that's holding you back or an area you feel stuck on right now.
So for me, I've always dealt with anxiety. And it's been like, I don't know, I feel like I have functioning anxiety. I still can put myself in uncomfortable situations and get through it. But a lot of times I second guess myself, I guess. Okay. And right now I'm going through this super huge, transformational time. I feel like definitely just coming into my own and embracing my intuition and all of that stuff. And I'm starting my business, but like I'm having issues with my personal life, mainly my relationship. Like I don't feel like we're compatible anymore. Like I've outgrown our relationship. Like he's a little bit older than me.
Okay.
He's like intuitive, but he doesn't acknowledge it. Like he's very in tune, but he was military, so he has a lot of issues with like PTSD and stuff like that. So he's very like black or white in terms of thinking. Like there's not a lot of gray area.
Okay.
And for me, that doesn't support my growth anymore. Like I just feel like I'm having a hard time committing to walking away because it's a big deal. Like we have a child together. I've been raising one of his children for her whole life. Like there's a lot wrapped up and at stake, but I also feel like at this point in our relationship that it's time to like separate for both of our like highest good. But I feel like that's holding me back in my business also. Like I feel like his kind of like the way that he thinks about things is more negative. So I feel like he kind of calls in blocks and I'm constantly like working my energy to like overcome those blocks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Danielle, what is your question? Like if you could narrow it down to one specific thing, what would be your question?
Is it time to walk away?
Okay.
Like I feel like the answer is yes. Like I feel like I know the answer, but I don't feel like my business is going to go anywhere until I make that decision. Like
Okay. So you already know the answer. So what's holding you back? Like it sounds like you're very clear.
I
I'm
think it's just like that part of my anxiety that makes me like I feel like it's right, but at the same time I'm like I don't know. Like I guess it's ego being like that's not safe. You don't know what's going to happen. Like there's,
right. So
and
it's
I guess
wanting to play it safe and to stay in what you know, to stay in what you're comfortable with.
right.
And so what did you learn growing up about taking risks?
Sorry, my phone cut out. What?
What did you learn growing up about taking risks? Was it something that was encouraged for you to do? Did you play it safe? Was it modeled to play it safe? What was the message for you?
Oh, play it safe, definitely. Like I've had a lot of loss in my childhood. Like my dad died when I was 11, and then both of his parents passed away when I was like 16, 17.
Okay.
So, like, I've always had like a weird, like, I'm not comfortable with men, I guess, because I grew up with just my mom. Like, it was just the two of us, and that is like my comfort zone. And so,
Okay.
like, I feel like I've always just kind of like, it's not safe to like don't get too big with your ideas, like don't get too out there because something could happen, you know.
Right. And so you've attracted the partner. You've attracted the partner that is going to mirror that back to you.
Yeah, yeah, don't do that, that's too risky.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm just going to tune in here for a second. So here's what I'm getting. And also know that I am in no way trying to tell you what to do in your life because you're the only
No,
authority,
I know that.
right? Okay. Here would be my
Right.
suggestion to you though, because right now you have had past experiences and you have beliefs that until you face those beliefs, you could leave this relationship, go into another one, and you're going to create the same thing with a different person.
Right.
So what I'm feeling is that there's more growth here for you. And again, I have no idea if this person is right for you or not, but until you show up differently, you really don't know if anything's going to shift within him when you
Right. Yeah, that's true.
so
I totally agree with that.
because here's the thing, is that also what is happening is we want to run away, right? Like there's a part of us that wants to run away and say, well, I'm not the problem, you're the problem. When
Yeah.
that may not be 100% true, because there's two of you and you're each bringing 100% of yourself to the relationship. So I feel like there's more opportunity for healing and growth for you here, and you showing up differently in the relationship and see
Yeah.
what happens. Like, do your business. Like, don't use him as the do.
Oh, it was kind of choppy.
Okay, so what did you hear?
I get what you're saying though. Like do it in spite, like don't let that be a block. Like if
Right,
he's like don't do that, it's risky, then just do it anyway. And then cuz that is true, like anytime I've made major like decisions, like I just left a full-time job not that long ago and I spent the summer off just kind of meditating and figuring out who I am and what I want to be and like what I want my business to be. And like it seems like he's very resistant until it's over. And then once it's over, then it's fine. But it's like up until then, it's very like a lot of resistance. And then I start to like, I'm an empath, so I feel it. But I've also been like learning how to block my energy from like toxic people and people who just take, they're energy takers, not necessarily in a negative way, but they're taking it from you. I kind
right.
of feel like that's what he did to me. Like, and I'm not protecting myself. So maybe I just needed a kick in the butt to say, hey, like, put in the effort anyway, like push through anyway and see what happens.
Exactly, because here's the thing, is that and I've coached many women that when they shift their energy and how they're showing up in the relationship, honestly, miracles can happen. Like, like
Yeah.
people that were on the brink of divorce, leaving, all of these things, when their energy shifts, it's like it's almost like they can't even believe the person that shows up on the other side when they shift first. So that's why I just want you to be in your power. Again, you may do that and nothing may change. And then 100% that it's time for you to leave. But until you do
Right.
that, you really don't know. Um, does that make sense?
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
You're
I
so,
felt a big relief when you first started talking to. I was like, like
yeah.
that's awesome.
And know that on this journey, as you're going and starting something you've never done before, all of your stuff is going to come up. Any of the stuff from childhood that is unhealed or unresolved, especially around,
Right.
since you've had so much loss and you've had those experiences, all of the stuff is going to come up to the surface. And so the only way out is to go through it. You will never be able to avoid it and be able to move forward in your business.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. This was
You're
great.
welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I know that I'm sure this was helpful for a lot of people. So I appreciate you being brave and coming on camera.
Thanks. How do I get off camera?
You know what? I will X you out here. Okay. Yay. All right. So who would like to come on next? So if you would like to come on, then I know there are some people that I can bring on camera and some people I can't for whatever reason. I have no idea why. But anyways, there was another thing actually, and Danielle just reminded me of something, because Danielle was saying how she's about to start her business. And so what I notice, okay, Dolly's coming on. So hold on one second, Dolly. So what I notice is that um, the women I work with have these fears that come up, the fears around being worthy, the fears around being seen, the fears around being their authentic self. And if you do not move through those fears, you will not create a business you want. You will not create relationships you want. You will not, your health will not be what it wants to be. And this is exactly why I failed to mention on the other video on Friday, but I am starting a group program this week, a new group program for women that is called Surviving to Thriving. And so this group program is going to be for a very small number of people. There's a couple spots left. And I was like, I cannot believe I forgot to mention this. So if the whole program is a 6-month program, it's going to be deepening your intuition, removing the past, removing the layers that are not serving you, the beliefs that are not serving you, so that you can show up authentically in your life, in your business, in your relationships, and go from just surviving, from just getting by, to actually living life, to know what your soul gifts are, and to have the support of other women that are on their own journey. And I will tell you this, and then I'll bring Dolly on, but if you're interested in learning more about this, again, I start this week. There's a few spots left. Put a 3 in the comments if you're interested, and then I will reach out to you afterwards. But if you're in other coaching programs, if you've done online courses around strategy, if you've gone to therapy, all these things, if you're not getting to the root energetically and releasing this past trauma, none of those things are going to help you. All of the strategy in the world, all of the courses in the world are not going to help you if you have this deeper stuff underneath the surface that's holding you back. You're going to stay exactly where you are, and then you're going to think something's wrong with you because you're not creating the results that you want. So if this is resonating with you, if you're feeling a call in your soul that we need to work together, it's a 6-month group program. It's going to be unbelievable. Put a 3 in the comments and I'll reach out to you after if this is speaking to you, okay? All right, I'm going to bring Dolly on right now. And I'm so grateful for you guys. For all of you who are here on a Sunday, this is so fun. All right, it says it's adding Dolly. And I know I missed a bunch of comments. Hi, Marlene. Let's see who else. Hi, Jessica. Hello, Julie. Hi, Summer. Hi, Danielle. All right, so it's adding Dolly. Hopefully that's just going to take another second. Let's see. Do. All right, we're just waiting for Dolly to come on. It says it's adding. Sometimes it just takes a minute or so. And hopefully this is, let's see, no answer. Oh no, Dolly, I don't know what happened, but it didn't let you come on. Okay, is there anyone else that would like to come on camera right now? And what I'll do is we'll just do similar to what we did with Danielle. If you have a question, if you have something you've been thinking about, oh, you have to switch devices. Okay, all right, great. While we're waiting for Dolly to switch devices, if there's anyone else who wants to come on camera, I don't know what device you have, but you can request to come on the video. If you would like to come on, I would love to be able to do some channeling with you, maybe pull an angel card, or just kind of see what comes up for you. Christina said, I've had my turn. I know, we had fun, Christina, didn't we? Yes, and it's been so amazing, Christina. If you didn't watch, let's see, it made me rotate my screen and so people might turn their screen. Yeah, so you want your screen to be horizontal. You want to, yeah. Thank you for that advice, Danielle. You want your screen to be horizontal. That way, all right, I think I can, here we go. Hopefully this is going to work this time. Dolly is coming on. But if you've not watched Friday's video, go back. Christina has had an amazing shift from that video. It's been so fun to watch all the things she's put into action from that, from our Fridays, from our little channeling session. Okay, hopefully Dolly is, it says it's adding her. I know it, I appreciate you guys being patient. Sometimes it just takes a couple minutes to add. But I appreciate you all being here on a Sunday. I know I live in Massachusetts, so it's cold. It's like windy and 40. So, all right. Let's see. It says it's still adding her, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed that Dolly is coming on here in just a second. And again, if you're watching and if you want to have some channeling and coaching done, um, oh shoot, Dolly, it's for some reason it's not working. Aw, thanks, Christina. I don't know, Dolly, I don't know why it's not working. But again, you want to make sure that you rotate your screen to horizontal. And let's see, if while we're waiting for Dolly, if there's anyone else that wants to come on live, then Julie, oh, Julie, you're in Massachusetts too. Oh, what part of Massachusetts are you in? All right, let's see. Burr, I know it's so cold out. It's so cold. Okay, so while we're waiting for Dolly, is who else would like to come on to do some channeling? I know, and I don't know if it's just the devices, but I can see like Marlene. I could bring Marlene on camera. And everyone else, and it's okay. I'm not gonna bring you on if you haven't said that you want to come on. So don't worry. I'm not gonna surprise you. But if you would like to come on camera, let's see. I'm in. Oh, nice. You're in north of Pittsburgh. Cool. Tatiana. Yeah. It's okay if you're in your PJs. No big deal. Julie, you're in Pittsfield. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Here we go. We're gonna do this again. Everyone cross their fingers. In the Berkshires, Julie, my husband is from Holyoke, so we go out to Western Mass a lot. All right, hopefully this works. You guys, we're praying to the technology gods here that this works. And yes, we love PJs, me too. Come, however you want to show up, it's all good. No judgment here. All right, I feel like this is going to be a good one because we're having to overcome a lot of obstacles here to bring Hi Sherry, how are you? Happy Sunday. All right. Fingers crossed. It says it's adding. I don't know what's going on technology wise, but we're just going to be patient here. So, oh no, it says no answer again. I don't know what's going on here, but if there's someone else that would like to come on live, I know Mercury isn't right, exactly. Tawny, yes, yes. Do I just try and join? Exactly. So, all right, here we go. Let's see. All right, we're bringing, I don't know why it's not working, Dolly, either. I don't know why, but we're going to bring Tatiana, I think, on. And we're just keeping our fingers crossed that this is going to work. If you're just joining now, I'm doing some live channeling and coaching for people who have anxiety or past trauma that's holding them back in their life. And right now I'm bringing hopefully Tatiana on. Let's see if it works. So if you are on and you would like, let's see, decline the video. Okay. Tatiana, it says you declined the video invitation. Let's see. Okay, so we're having a little technology snafu here, but that's okay. If you had not been on earlier, this was the overall angel card I picked today for the day, and 1111 is a huge shift in energy astrologically. I don't know. I'm not an astrologist, so I can't give you the details on that, but it's a super powerful day. We've pulled the transformation card. It's ready, like people are ready for some massive shifts. So, let's see. All right. All right, Tatiana, I'm adding you again. And again, some of this sometimes is the device. You have to have the device horizontal because it's going to bring us on side by side. So if you don't have your device horizontal, if you have it vertical, that may be one issue. So let's keep our fingers crossed that Tatiana can come on live here. And let's see what's happening. So it says adding. So we're we're just being patient. Does anyone have any good plans for the day? um, okay. Ah, technology. All right, it still says it's adding. Oh, for some reason it's not letting Tatiana come on either. Um, Let me try again. Danielle, you're doing a ritual tonight for 11:11. Yes. It's going to be, I know, I love it. It's going to be, it's so powerful. Like, there are such big shifts that are happening right now. Rearranging the furniture in your house sounds like fun, Christina. Sounds awesome. All right, so I'm trying to add Tatiana again. Let's see here. Setting intention, releasing what doesn't serve. I love it. I love it. And this is, this is like family dinner. Sherry, family dinner tonight. Awesome. All right. I don't know. For some reason, Tatiana is not letting me bring you on. Let's see here. Yes. Tani said this week has been cuckoo. Yes, it has been intense. And if you are, at the very beginning of the video, I shared that I had this huge issue pop up in my low back, in my SI joint on Friday, where I could barely walk. I was in like a ton of pain. I couldn't put my pants on. All this stuff, and what it was is all of it was that I am going to a next level of expanding my energy and expanding of what I'm allowing in my life and up leveling. And it's so easy to get it caught into when we have this pain. We think it's the issue, but it's really just a message. It's really an opportunity to connect with our body and say what is it that you need. And I did that Friday night, and I connected with that pain, and it said that, all right, I'm bringing on Tatiana. This is happening. Here we go. All right. So, gosh, is that, Christina, that could totally be why you're sick. So we've been so conditioned to think that when we have pain come up, or when we have some type of illness or sickness, that our body's working against us, or that, it's whatever. We've had all of this negative association with it, when actually it's just messages that our body is giving us. So Friday night, I was breathing into the pain in my SI joint, and I was like, okay, what is it that I need to heal, or what is it that I need to let go of? And as I was breathing into the pain, tears just started flowing down my face. And it was this opportunity for me to go into a deeper level of trusting God, of trusting life, of trusting the universe, because I've had experiences. I lost my dad when I was 3. I have had sexual abuse as a child that I repressed and then remembered 8 years ago. So there were all these experiences that I had growing up, and the meaning and the story that I gave those experiences was that I can't trust life. I can't trust others. I can't trust God. And so it was going to this level, and that's what was, I was holding that in my SI joint. I was holding the pain from those experiences and those beliefs. And when I tuned into that energy and I connected with it and I let it be released, it was like this huge transformational experience. Today, you would never know. Like, I could do jumping jacks right now. There's no pain, there's no restriction. Friday, I could barely walk. People saw me and they're like, you need to go see a specialist. And I was like, because I knew, I'm like, no, I don't. I'm like, it's just an energetic shift happening. So, anyways, it's really powerful again. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why I've created the group program, the 6-month group program, is because when we're going through up leveling and we're expanding what we're allowing into our life, and we're going to a whole new level of self-love and worthiness and deserving, our past is going to come to the surface. And it comes in various different ways. And if we are not aware of it or have a community that gets it, we could easily be sidetracked and we could easily get off track and just get caught up in the pain, or, feel like life is happening to us, and all these things are working against us, when actually my body was trying to help me. My body was saying, I want to support you in going to your next level. Hi, Emily. Emily's here. Hi, Emily. It was saying my body was saying, I want to support you in going to the next level, but you've got some stuff here that wants to be released in order for you to do that. And that's what happened with my lower back, with my SI joint issue. So, Emily, and I just saw Emily yesterday. I'm in the Phoenix mentorship, and we had our VIP, one of our VIP days yesterday. It was amazing. And so I was sharing with her like how transformational this low back issue. All right, Dolly, I'm trying to bring you on here. How transformational this SI joint. Oh my gosh, you got it!
I did it.
Yay! Thank you.
It took a little while.
Do you have
No.
Okay, because I've had.
You're breaking up.
Do you have headphones?
Somewhere.
Okay, because I'm hearing myself through the computer.
It's I had them when I went out of town, and I can't find them. So I can't find them. Can you hear me?
Okay. I can hear you. Myself through your video, so it's
back. I'm not sure where my headphones are. Hold on, let me see if I got a pair right here.
Okay.
Got them. Give me 1 second to put them in.
Okay, yay! It's going to be so much better.
Yeah, I had to put you on my tablet in order to get it to work.
Oh, on your tablet.
Yeah, my phone wouldn't work.
Bye, Emily. Thanks for
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Is it better?
So much better. Thank you.
Okay.
Great. So what would we are patient beings. I love that, Jessica. Okay, so what is your question, or what would you like to ask about today?
Well, I've opened up a lot of my intuition lately. I've started reading cards and doing stuff like that. And I have a business I have a store that I sell clothing and handbags at. Plus, I do the card reading. And it's kind of like I feel like I'm in a transition point where it's like nothing's moving, but it's like staying the same. It's not like moving forward. It's not like going backwards. It's just kind of staying the same. So am I in a transition mode? Even with my relationship, it's kind of like staying the same. It's not moving forward.
Yes. Okay. So the first thing, do you know anything about your birth?
My birth.
Your birth, how you came into the world. Do you know any of the story about your birth?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So what I was getting, immediately as you started talking, I was getting this visual like you were stuck in the birth canal. And here's the thing, is that our birth and our birth story is our first experience with transition in this life.
Right.
So if we have some type of experience in birth where, you know, if you're stuck or if something happened, that's kind of what that is what gets wired in your nervous system.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously you don't know any of the story, but my intuition is saying that there was something about you being stuck in the birth canal.
Right.
Your body is wired that when you start to go into a transition, that you go in this place of being stuck.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to pull a card. And so first of all, it's having the awareness that this is what, have you had that experience in other transitions in your life of
Yeah.
feeling stuck?
Mm-hmm. And then it's
Okay.
like all this stuff started happening and everything was moving forward. I mean, this past year, I've got my own house, I've started my own business, I've started all of this, and I'm like, wow, where did this come from? Because I manifested a lot and I learned how to do that finally. And it's like now I'm like at this point where I feel like kind of like stuck, like, or am I in a transition mode and it's not, anything's not moving forward?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm actually being guided to do a visualization with you, like a guided visualization. Are you open to doing that?
Sure.
Okay, great. This may seem kind of weird,
Mm-hmm.
okay? But just if you just work with me and if you just can trust the process and just kind of be present in the moment. So what I want you to do is I want you to take a couple deep breaths in and I want you to close your eyes. And if
Mm-hmm.
those of you who are watching, if you feel like you're in a transition and you're stuck, you guys can do this along with us as well, okay? So go ahead and close your eyes. And I want you to imagine that you're in your mom's womb. And I want you to imagine that you're feeling the heartbeat of your mom. You're feeling the call to move from the womb to the birth canal and come out and be born. And so what I want you to imagine, again, I want you to really put yourself in that situation. I want you to imagine like it's dark, right? It's dark. Maybe you feel warm, maybe it feels cold. I want you to really feel with all of your senses being in that position. And I want you to feel the call, the desire to move forward. Now, the desire to move forward in this situation is to be born, but just feel that desire arising within you. Feel the call. And now I want you to feel the contractions moving. And they're pushing you. Each push and each contraction is pushing you further and further down into the birth canal. And I want you to imagine that this is an effortless process. This is not a force. You don't have to force yourself down. You don't have to make it happen. You are moving with the rhythm of life. You are moving with the rhythm of the contractions. In each contraction, you're coming closer and closer to the birth canal. You're coming closer and closer to being born. And it is effortless. You are in flow. You are in ease. You're allowing it to happen. And you're trusting and surrendering to the process. So as you come down, now you're coming to the birth canal and out into the opening. And again, each contraction that goes and pushes, you're feeling you're moving closer and closer to being born. And you're allowing yourself to be moved and guided. And now I want you to imagine that you start to come out of the birth canal. Your head is coming out. Your shoulders are coming out. And the rest of you is coming out with ease. And imagine that moment of coming out into the world and feeling the love and the gratitude from your mom. And imagine that you're being placed on your mom's chest. and you're feeling her heartbeat, and you're feeling connection, and you're feeling the love that she has for you. And I want you to allow yourself to just relax and melt into that moment, knowing that you are so deeply connected. And not only are you connected with your birth mother, but with the divine mother. Whether you want to, whether that means Mother Mary, divine feminine, whatever word that is for you. Imagine that in this moment, in this experience, you are so deeply held and loved and connected that you know that you can surrender 100% to the process and allow yourself to be moved and guided and inspired towards your goals, towards moving forward. Just allow that to breathe that into your body, breathe that into your cells, because right now what we're doing is we are rewiring your nervous system for a transition. Instead of it being a struggle, instead of it being something you have to muscle through or force yourself through, it's going to be easy, effortless, graceful, guided, inspired, because you are so held by the universe. And I want you to take one last deep breath in and think of one word to describe how you feel right now. And you can
Very
use
loved.
anchor word.
Grounded, loved.
Yes. And then open your eyes. So how was that experience for you, Dolly? And I would love to hear from other people that had just went through that.
It
Post.
feels awesome.
Yeah?
Yes.
Tell me
Yeah.
more.
It's like you finally feel connected. You know, I've always felt like I wasn't connected to my mom. I mean, I feel more connected to her. Yeah.
And how come you feel connected to her?
Oh, my dad and her divorced, and I live with my dad, and she lives. Yeah.
Is
It's
she still?
yeah. She's in Missouri. I'm in Florida with my dad. We live well. My dad's here in Florida. My mom's in Missouri. But I
Okay.
do feel more connected to her now.
Beautiful. So
Yeah.
know that you can connect with her in this way. You don't have to be physically connected.
Hmm.
You don't have to be in the same physical location
Right.
for you to be connected with her. Know that you can do that visualization and you can connect with her on a deep spiritual level, even if she doesn't have the capacity to be able to do that in an outward way.
Right. You know, things happen in life, but you know, I've always tried connecting with her and connecting with her, and you know, so
Yeah. And my guess would be that she was not deeply connected with her mother. So, like that she went through stuff
yeah.
that caused her to show up the way that she's showing up right now.
Well, she's more connected with my younger sister than me.
Mm, okay.
But I'm the oldest daughter, and then there's my brother, and it's like my older, and I'm the middle child. So it might be
Okay.
that too, you know.
Yeah. Well, and there might be something that you trigger in her
Hmm.
that she is intimidated by, or like this might be a conversation that you may want to have with her. Again, you would want to check in with yourself, but you could start off by saying, Mom, I have a desire to feel a deeper connection with you.
Yeah.
So it's just a thought. And again, the beautiful part about this is that we don't have to rely on people
Hmm.
to be who we want them to be, to have what we want. So you
Right.
can do this visualization and connect
Hmm.
with her deeply and connect
Hmm.
with the divine mother or Mother Mary or whatever word you would use for that,
Right.
and also feel such deep loving connection and feel mothered
Right.
without her do it.
Yeah. That's good. Because, you know,
How do you,
I've had, my youngest daughter was actually, she actually had to have the suction cup and pulled out because each contraction, after the contraction let up, she went back up. So they had to put a suction cup on her head and pull her out. And the doctor said when she came out, she was facing sunny side up. She wasn't going to take crap from the world. But, you know, I'm sitting there thinking, you know, I had a child that was born that way, you know.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
but I feel connected to her. You know, she's the baby,
right.
you know. So, and then I just had a grandchild born last month, C-section.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And yeah, and that was awesome because she's such a beautiful little girl. In fact, Emily was pregnant, my daughter's pregnant at the same time. I told Emily the 17th of October because that was my birthday, and my granddaughter was born on October the 18th.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah, it is.
Amazing. I mean, Dolly, you look like there's a weight lifted. Like your face looks brighter.
Yeah, I feel like a weight lifted. I
Yeah.
feel so much better. You know.
Awesome.
In fact,
And so
I was holding back the tears because I started to cry when we were going
it's
through
okay.
that process.
Don't
Yeah.
don't hold back. If you want to go back after we're done and re-listen to that again and really give yourself permission to feel and express and release,
Mm,
you're gonna go to such a deeper, an even deeper level of connection.
yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
It was
You're
wonderful.
you're so welcome. Thank you so much. I know that this helped so many people. So it was really truly a gift that you came on and have had, we're so brave and courageous to be able to share with us.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. All
All
right, I'm
right.
gonna take, or not, sorry, Bonnie, Dolly. I'm gonna take Dolly out. Okay, so does anyone else want to come on live? And how was that for you guys? Let me just check the comments. That Jessica said that was amazing. Oh my gosh, great. Tatiana, that was beautiful. Sherry Hart. So, yes, so worth the wait. Thank you. And yes, thank you. I know we've had a little technology stuff happen, but I appreciate all of you who have stayed the course with me here. So let me take one more person. If there's anyone else, thank you, Donnie. All right, Tatiana, do you want to come on? So if you want to, yeah, let's try it again. Let's do one more person. Um, Pleasant surprise. Yeah. And our birth stories, our birth experiences are so powerful. And it's one of those things that, when we think of trauma, a lot of times we don't think of our birth, but it actually, it can be really, really powerful. The situations that happened in our birth story and how it can actually show up in our life over and over and over again. So both of my kids were C-sections, and I've already done healing work on them around the C-section and really helping to clear their nervous system from kind of like being taken out maybe when they weren't ready, or whatever their story was. So Abby said that really affected me. Oh, that makes me so happy. Abby, how did it affect you? Can you share more about that? All right, Tatiana, are you ready to come on? Tommy said it was amazing. Oh, awesome. I'm so happy. I always feel like I know there's technology stuff, but I always feel like whoever is meant to come on for the greater good of everyone is going to be who shows up here. And obviously, all of you that are here were just called to feel that. You were called to be here today. So there's a reason why you're watching, right? There's a reason why you're here. There's something for you here. So I am just so grateful. All right, Tatiana, can you try to come on again so we can see, because I can't see how to bring you on. It's so weird. I don't know why, but there's some people I could actually just bring on live with me, and then there's other people that it shows that I can't bring on live. So Tatiana, if you can figure out how to bring that. Hi, Diana. So nice to see you. Okay, Abby said I had a hard birth and was born with a cracked slum and not being able to be held for days. Wow. Oh, wow. Abby, that is really, really powerful. I didn't think about how that affects me. Um, so check in. You don't have the join button anymore. Ah, gosh. All right. Abby said, Tatiana, check your privacy settings. You have to be on a mobile device, not a computer for it to work. Christina said. Okay, let me just speak to Abby for a second here because this is really important, Abby. So check in around abandonment issues. All right, it says, let me see, Tatiana. All right, I'm trying to bring Tatiana right now. But Abby, check in around any type of abandonment because when it goes to a place
Nope.
of, yay!
I'm in my pajamas, no makeup on, so I apologize.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I'm so glad that this works out. What?
Yes, thank you very much.
You're so welcome. What is your question?
So for me, a lot of fear is coming back in. So my sister and I are doing a business together. It's
Okay.
going on year 4 and it's starting to get really busy. And I should be excited, but the anxiety, the fear, the are we ready for this? Oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? Just like takes over.
Okay. What so what I want you to do, okay. So the first thing I'm getting to, and am I saying your name correctly?
Tatiana, yes.
Yeah, okay. So the first thing I'm getting is that this is an inner child. So this is not coming from the adult you. This is
Okay.
coming from a part of you that is scared to death, actually is terrified for some
Mm-hmm.
reason. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So do you feel like you're open to kind of connecting with that part of you and seeing what is going on with her?
Sure. Yep.
Okay, great. Okay, and also I want to invite anyone else who's watching live. If you're resonating with what Tatiana's saying, and there's a lot of fear coming up, you can follow along and do this yourself. So Tatiana, I want you to go ahead and close your eyes and just kind of take some nice deep breaths in. And as you're taking a deep breath in, you're connecting in with your body. You're slowing your breathing down. You're connecting in with this present moment, knowing that this is a safe space right now. And what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that you're going to a place within yourself that feels very safe and sacred. That could be, maybe it's like an inner garden within yourself. Maybe you're by a lake. Maybe you're on a mountain. Where would that be for you? What does that look like?
I think that, like I just see a meadow and then like a lake off into the distance. So somewhere like soothing and calming and like open space.
Beautiful. Okay. So I want you to be in that space and I want you to really put yourself in that environment. Is it sunny out? Is the sun out? Is it cloudy? Is it raining? I want you to smell. Do you smell flowers? Are there flowers in the meadow? Like really put yourself in the environment with all of your senses. And now I want you to imagine that in the meadow, walking towards you is an inner part of you, an inner child. And I want you to imagine that she really be open to however she shows up, whatever it is that she looks like, however she's dressed. And this part of you is going to represent the part of you that is terrified right now. Do you see her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I want you to also check in with feeling her because I'm gonna guide you in asking her some questions, but know that you may not hear her speak them to you. It may be more of just an inner knowing or a feeling that you're getting from her. But I want you to ask her what is it that she's afraid of? What is going on for her that is being brought up for her right now?
Do I say?
Yes, yes.
So I think it's failing.
Failing, okay. So did she have an experience in which she felt she failed or she was told that she failed?
I think just the pressure of like um, being a certain way and having, like I don't know how to describe it, but you know, if you're doing something, you should be good at it. You sh you need to give it your all, but what happens if you fail? And then it's that fear of like, maybe I shouldn't even try. Maybe I shouldn't even.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make
Who,
sense?
yes. Who did you want, whose attention and love were you trying to get more, your mom or your dad?
My dad.
Your dad. Okay. And did you ever feel like you met his expectations?
Uh, Sometimes, but I could always do better. If I would get a B, why didn't you get an A? Oh, I'm gonna start crying.
It's okay. Let it, don't hold back. It's okay. Breathe into it. Allow it to flow because you're releasing right now for her. How old are you?
About 6 or 7.
Okay. So that little girl had so much pressure on her. And this isn't to try to throw your dad under the bus. This isn't, I'm not saying he was a bad guy or anything. He was doing the best he could.
He meant well, I know.
He meant well. But what did you, so when you didn't meet his expectations, what did you make that mean about yourself?
That I wasn't good enough. I was never enough. I wasn't tall enough. I wasn't, you know, pretty enough or skinny enough or smart enough.
Never enough. So here's how that's going to play in your life. No matter what goal you hit, no matter how successful you are, if you hold on to this story about never being enough, it doesn't matter what you achieve, what you create, you're never going to feel enough. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. And this is the power of how unhealed, and even though I'm saying trauma, and you might think like, how is that a trauma? It's still, if you had this, if you internalized it thinking that you're not good enough, that's traumatic to a 6 or 7 year old, right?
Yep.
To someone who you wanted more than anything to love and accept you, that is a big deal at that age. So I want you to go close your eyes again and go back and connect with her because we're going to get right now. And I want you, and the beautiful part about this is that when you do this healing work, you put everything back in your power. So it doesn't mean that your dad ever has to show up differently. But when you connect and heal this little girl from you, the adult you free yourself from this story of never being enough. So I want you, do you have children?
I do.
Okay. How old are they?
My daughter's 6 and my son is 3. And I
Okay.
probably portray that on my daughter too.
Okay. 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 So I want you to close your eyes and I want you to go back into that scene. And I want you to tell that little girl that she's enough. And I don't want you to just say it in your words. I want you to feel it in your whole entire being. I want you to feel it coming through your body. She is enough, just as she is. There's not one single thing that she has to change. There's not one thing she has to do differently. There's not one thing she has to achieve to be enough. And I want you to feel that energy coming through you, going to her. Can she feel it?
I think so, yep. She's starting to smile.
Yeah. And I want you to keep breathing, keep allowing whatever wants to come, just allowing the release to happen. There isn't anything that she needs from anyone to be enough anymore. This story is done. Everything about being enough from this point forward now comes from within you. It comes from with your connection with source, higher power, universe, whatever you want to say, God. And knowing that just by being alive and being put here on this earth, that she is enough. How is she doing now?
She's like skipping and she feels happy. She feels lighter to me. I feel
Yeah.
lighter.
Yeah. Okay, great. So I want you to keep your eyes closed. I want you to thank her. Okay, I want you to now. We're just going to kind of close this up, and I want you to thank her for showing up. I want you to thank her for having her. The terror you were feeling and the fear you were feeling was her trying to get your attention, and she did. And that's why you're on right now, and that's why we're having this conversation, because she needed healing for you to be able to move forward and you be able to be free from this. This was all divinely orchestrated for you. And I want you to express your thanks and gratitude to her, whether that's giving her a hug or saying, I love you, or a high five or whatever that is. And I want you to thank Source, God, higher power, universe, whatever word you would put to that for this experience. Knowing that you can connect back with her anytime you want. And I want you to imagine that she then just goes skipping off into the distance because she now feels enough. And I want you to take one last deep breath in and open your eyes when you're ready.
That was good. I feel so much lighter. Like even my breathing has like calmed down. It's not as like I always feel like I'm breathing, the shallow breaths, like not getting like I just feel like I can breathe and just take it all in.
Yes. Yes. And that's how we change our nervous system. When we release the trauma from our body, our whole physiology changes. And that's the power of it, because when you're stressed out, you cannot allow creativity in. You cannot problem solve, right? You're in this tunnel vision of like you're in survival mode.
Yeah.
Right? And when you're in this mode of thriving, of feeling like you're enough, you free yourself to show up in a way in which you never been able to show up before. You don't need your business success to prove that you're enough.
Yep. Yep. Thank you.
You are so welcome. Thank you. I would love to hear from other people that did this. Oh yeah, there's a ton of comments here I'll read, but I would love to hear other people's experience with it. Tatiana, I just want to say thank you so much.
No, thank you very much. I appreciate it. This was great.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Okay, I'm going to take you off here. Okay, so see you guys, you see the power of this? Like you see the power of when we have all this fear, when we have all these things coming up, it's not our body trying to work against us. It's these inner children, so many times that these inner children coming up that had this story from the past of not being enough, not being lovable, not being worthy. And when you do the work in the healing work to release it, you change everything in your body and you're able to show up in a different way. And so again, this is exactly why I've created the group program, Surviving to Thriving. It's about healing from past trauma, breaking free. It's giving you the tools to be able to do this. Because as you're going through your journey and growing your business, this stuff is going to come up. And you cannot do this through an online course, right? Like you cannot do this like through strategy. Strategy is awesome, and it does not get to the deeper stuff. So if you have deeper stuff that's holding you back, you can have the best strategy in the world, but you're not going to be able to create what you really want to create. So if you are interested in learning more about the group, it's a 6-month group program, Surviving to Thriving. It's a very intimate group. I have a few spots left. We're going to start this week's. It starts with a private Akashic record reading, and then it's group, twice monthly group calls. Every Monday, I'm going to do channeled messages for you for the week. There's going to be trainings on developing your intuition, going deeper into meditation, using your soul gifts to create what you want in the world. So if this is speaking to you, okay, if this is calling to any part of your soul and you're ready to really make some massive shifts and show up authentically and leave the stories from your past behind, then put a 3 in the comments. I will personally reach out to you. We will see if it's a good fit. I am not about bringing anyone into this that is not a good fit, that we're not a perfect match for. So just know that. It's not about getting you to sign up. It's not about, you know, hard sales, anything like that. It's about authentically having a conversation and seeing if I am the person to help you, if this is the program for you, and what is possible for you when you let the past go, and when you go deeper into your intuition, and when you use your soul gifts to create whatever you want in your life. So if you're interested, put a 3 in the comments. I will reach out to you, or you can just personally reach out to me. And I am like so filled with gratitude for all of you. I really could just like burst out into tears because I'm so grateful for Emily to offer me this opportunity to be here and serving you, and for all of you beautiful people who showed up live, who's watching the replay, who came on camera, who have just been commenting. I am so grateful for all of you. And let's see, I know there's so many. I love you, obviously. I love you all. I know. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to read through the comments afterwards. I know that you guys probably have lots of stuff to do, but I'm so grateful. Thank you for all of you. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. Have a good one.